Hello, sir. What is your name and what are you doing today?
Mike. I came out to, kind of document it because I saw the power that of 4chan had, tracking down that guy who hit the other guy with that bike lock a few weeks ago. So whereas I used to, stream kind of like keeping people's faces off and not trying to incriminate anybody, I realized that, even though I'm still not a huge fan of cops, especially after the last few times, like not doing their jobs and lack of accountability there. But I've had a complete reevaluation of pretty much everything I stand for.
Can you explain your reevaluation of everything you stand for?
Like I said, I used to be, I was full-time Occupy. Occupy Oakland from day one to the end, camping there full-time. Started out the first 2 weeks even still working, getting up at buttfuck in the morning. And going, hopping on BART to go down to work and going back out. And eventually, my boss said, you might have to choose, do you want to occupy or do you want to have a job? I was making decent money, but I just kind of thought about it for a second. I said, I think I quit. And I ended up selling all my stuff once Occupy was done. Once it got shut down, I got arrested once with it. And I sold all my stuff, fixed up my truck, drove out to Occupy DC. I was there for a few weeks, then spent a few years on the road, but I've marched with Black Lives Matter multiple times since then. I go to, what remains of Occupy anniversaries. Not very many people show up. But and I was on the streets of Oakland the night of the election, and I was out there against Trump. Not that I'm a Hillary fan, but I didn't like the fact that a celebrity personality, which is what I felt got him to where he was, not really knowing much outside of that. I didn't like that, and I bought into a lot of the media hype at the time, and so I was out there for 4 nights after the election. I got hit by a beanbag on night 2. Luckily, I had this thick leather jacket on. Took the bruise 4 days to show up. And I got hit up here. It showed up down here. Yeah. I don't even know how or why that works out that way, but that's what happened. Dead arm for a few days. But I went back out, 2 more nights after that, still so I could do first aid and stuff for tear gas. Liquid Malox, by the way. If you ever tear gas, look for the guy with the liquid Malox, because that instantaneous. Oh, your face goes from why to thank you. But yeah, on night 4, I noticed there was all of a sudden organizers, and being Occupy gung ho. I said, well, what the hell is an organizer? I thought we were, it's an organic gathering of like-minded individuals. I tried doing the consensus-based decision-making, for the group, as to which way we're going to go, stuff like that, and ended up, they just talking over it, they didn't give a damn what other people had to say. They all had matching clipboards, which I thought was weird. And they had a piece of paper on top of whatever was on the clipboard that they were looking at. And they were really set on taking the freeway. We'd spent all night trying to get to West Oakland because the cops kept, they didn't want us to go through anywhere near the freeway for obvious reasons. But after a few hours, they finally did. And when we finally get down there's 2 dozen of us. It was really dwindling, really late at night, really dark, really dangerous. And as soon as we got near the freeway, just Braveheart, just and they, everybody else just kind of stood around no, and they were adamant on it, and a lot of people just started falling. That's when I kind of fell off. The next day, I saw a tweet from a Saudi prince. It was ripping into Trump, and I kind of thought to myself, that's not a bad thing. So I went down my list of people that I believe the world would legitimately be better off without. You got your Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates. If you disagree, I won't get sidetracked. Won't get sidetracked. Look into his vaccination programs. All I say. But all these people that are known, George Soros, Clinton's, Bush's. I remember seeing a meme that said, for the first time ever, all 6 presidents are telling you not to vote for someone. And like at the time, I jokingly kind of said to myself, that's the first thing that kind of makes me want to vote for him. And so that popped into my head at this point, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. And once I started looking into the stuff that there's so much controversy over, starting off right off the bat with the inaugural photo, CNN debunked themselves that week. And when it was brought up, they went, "Why are you still talking about that, bro? What's wrong with it? Man, look at this guy. Can't let something go." And I had multiple people say that to me. It's like, man, it's like copy and paste from the news. It's like, I can tell you what news networks you watch by the words that you say to me. I'm gonna start just predicting what they're gonna say and pretend like I'm psychic or a prophet or something, and start a cult. I'm gonna take them all into the woods, and they're gonna drink Kool-Aid, and I'll join them in a minute. But once you start actually reading the legislation, the executive orders, and you see the way that they're being presented versus the reality of them, I can't I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't owned a TV in 5 years. At all. I mean, I'm aware of them. I'm aware of what they're talking about. But I went down why did I hate this guy? The first thing that popped in my head with most people too is racist. You look at the full context of their rapists, their murders comment. You look at the full context. He's going down a list of things that were coming across with illegal immigration. He wasn't saying they are. He was saying they're bringing their guns, their drugs, they're rapists, it's a THEIR. It was not a racist comment. And despite 30 years in the spotlight, he has never had a racist allegation against him before that. And I started thinking to myself okay, if the New World Order, and it's real, if when every president since Bush, Reagan has acknowledged it by name. John McCain said it twice in the same sentence a few months ago. It's a very real thing that they're pushing for. And if you pay attention to world politics, you can see it. Thinking okay, if they were to put some buffoon up there to distract them from how horrible Hillary Clinton is, so that she could get in there, and halfway there, he says, "Fuck it, I can see the door." Yeah. And he goes for it. What would they do to bring him down? Because they put him in a really risky position for themselves, and they would utilize the most powerful weapon ever known to man, the media. It's psychological warfare.